Oh, hey there. This is Robin Hadfield coming to you today to share some thoughts from Psalm 32, verse 8. Again, it's a word on guidance. It's a word on the Lord directing your pathway, showing you the way ahead. This is what it says. It says, I will instruct you and teach you the way you should go. I will guide you with my eye upon you. Now, there are three words that just stand out there of what the Lord is going to do. He's going to instruct you. He's going to teach you, and then he's going to guide you in the way which you ought to go. And it could be that today, making such a decision is where you are at. You're at a place of deciding either this or that. And so this is a word of promise for you when we are making decisions and we have to make a choice, as it were. Now, how does God do that? Well, there are three ways in which I can share with you that he could be using. Number one, circumstances. The circumstances just line up and have lined up for a while that it's time to make a move. The circumstances are giving you direction and pointing you in the right way. And all circumstances will be different, but the circumstances is one way we are getting the sense of what we ought to do. The second way that God is ministering to you and teaching you the way you ought to go is that you're talking to somebody, and this person says something, a word or a sentence that resonates. It's something that says, yep, that's what I needed to hear. The person is totally unaware of what he or she is saying resonates with you, but God is using that person to give you affirmation and confirmation. A casual conversation, but it has significance. The third way is the Word of God. You're reading the Word of God, but out of it, you come across a word or a phrase that really stands out, and it's like what we call a rhema word, and it just resonates and speaks to your heart. It's a spoken word to you from the written Word of God. It's for you, and it gives confirmation, and it's and you say, yes, that's what I meant to do. Now, notice the word guide. Now, guide means you're on your way. You've made the decision. God has instructed you and has been teaching you, and you're on the journey. Now, what is he going to do now? He's going to guide you in the journey, and he's going to make sure you stay on course. Now, the eye of the Lord upon us is a very interesting phrase, and I have an example of that. It's a negative example, but it will serve its purpose. Peter is going to deny the Lord 3 times at Jesus' trial. We all know the story. And he is adamant that he doesn't know Jesus. And in Luke 20:61, it says this, the Lord turned and looked at him. Powerful words. The Lord turned and looked at Peter. No words, just a look. And that look cut Peter to the very core of his heart. And he went out and wept bitterly. You see, he was getting off course. And so he needed guidance to get back on course. And so the Lord just did a look, and that was enough. And we know that Peter was restored later on in the Gospel of John. So here we are, and here you are. You're at a place of decision. And so take Psalm 32:8 and apply it to yourselves, and knowing that God is instructing you because he loves you, and he is teaching you the way in which you ought to go that was just right for you. And as you make the journey,